Ahoy, shipmates! Weather seems to be broken today. Got a bit of a view on cruise cam. A bit of a view on port cam. Itching cam, not a lot to see on itching cam. Virtually nothing to see on Netley cam. Struggling to see the lines on the back of Aurora. Looks like the lines are down on Aurora. She's got a tug down there as well. And you can see here on Junction Cam, the weather is awful today. It's quite gusty out there. I think that's probably why Aurora's got a tug. And it's not very pleasant temperature-wise. We've got 5 ships. There's 3 at the upper end of port. These ones here. The Sky Princess, the MSC Virtuosa, and the Brilliance of the Seas. Then we've got at the cruise terminal, the Iona, and the Ocean Cruise Terminal. Then the Aurora at Dock Hill. I think the Aurora's going away first. Then the MSC Virtuosa. Then the Sky Princess. Then the Brilliance of the Seas she'll spin around the middle swing ground. Then once she's gone past Iona, so it's going to be quite jam-packed and fast-paced. Unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure how much we're going to be able to see. It's a bit of a disappointment. They were forecasting a bit of rain this morning, and I thought the weather was improving. I thought, we should be all right. But it's generally got worse as the afternoon's gone on. There is a tug there, honestly. Believe me, there is, just there behind Red Kestrel, the freight-only ferry for the Isle of Wight. Currently 17C, humidity 95%, hardly surprising. I don't think the precipitation gauge works because it never reads anything, and it's definitely raining.
Aurora, Southampton, busiest, all received. Traffic information, Red Eagle at the Catland inbound. Over.
So I think Aurora's all singled up and ready to go. The radio's been a bit intermittent this afternoon as well. Sometimes I've heard some things, sometimes I haven't.
Aurora, Southampton, BTS, if safe to do so, you may proceed. Over.
There you go. Sounds like Aurora is off first. She's over there to the right somewhere. Oh, what terrible conditions. Nobody up on the deck of Iona. Cruise cam is on the blink. Cruise cam is annoying me today. I have a replacement coming in for cruise cam. I think its time is limited. So I do have a replacement in the works. In fact, I think it should be arriving Monday. Maybe Tuesday. Just going to see if I can do something with cruise cam. If it's going to come back now. Come on, cruise cam. Give me an image. You know you want to. No, it just doesn't seem to want to work. Hopefully the weather's not put it off. Even the Red Funnel ferry terminal looks pretty quiet out there today. Sounds like Aurora is off first, and she is down here. Oh, the shipmate CRR, Artorius, welcome aboard shipmate, may I subscribe? And she's got a tug Spitzer Bargate helping her at the stern. Well, the shipmates in the chat, but his shipmates in the chat. Who we got in the chat? In the chat today. I'm not sure we're going to hear much in the way of honking, mainly because my outside microphone is not outside. I think that is a problem. Well, the shipmate Spike says it's wet here in Christchurch. Decided to watch from home rather than Mayflower Park. You might have a better view of Mayflower Park, to be honest, shipmate. It's not much of a view from here, from my cameras, unfortunately. Oh, there we go. We can see Aurora is on the move. Well, you should make Deborah Speller.
Aurora, Southampton BTS all received. Red Falcon, Southampton BTS.
BTS, Red Falcon.
Red Falcon, Southampton BTS, traffic information. The Aurora just gone on the way on 38-9 berth. Red Eagle, Lanes Lake inbound. Over.
That's copy, thank you. We'll head outside the Highs Knock, so we'll clear of the Aurora.
Red Falcon, Southampton BTS, that's all received. Blockhead tide gauge 4.38 and decreasing. Over.
Copy, thank you.
Yeah, there's the Aurora there. The Falcon, she's just departed.
On stalk BTS.
Let's have a quick look, see if MSC Virtuoso is moving. Not yet, no.
On stalk Southampton BTS, further traffic, the APL Merlion, currently 9 miles southeast of the NAB Tower, proceeding to boarding station Alpha to board pilot 1715, and CS Quality 7 miles southeast of the NAB Tower, proceeding to boarding station Bravo to board a Portsmouth pilot 1730. Over.
Right, restarted cruise cam. Let's see if that will give us a picture.
MSC Virtuoso, Southampton BTS.
Yeah, evening again.
MSC Virtuoso, Southampton BTS, all received. Thank you.
Yep, so the MSC Virtuoso is next away. Aurora, she's off on a very short cruise. She's off to Guernsey, and I wonder if, in fact, she's actually going to be able to drop the passengers off at Guernsey. When the cruise ships call in at Guernsey, they have to drop anchor, and then they shuttle the passengers via tender. So this 3-day cruise to Guernsey might end up you being
Red Falcon, Red Eagle.
sat on board for the entire time. Especially considering the weather, I don't think you'd want to be trying to go across a small tender.
Red Eagle, come in.
Shuttle BTS.
Oh, the shield was out as well.
Good afternoon, Shield going and for a trip down the Solent and turn back to the berth. 3.4 metres, on the figures if you're ready.
Shuttle Southampton BTS, just stand by, please. Stand by.
We've got a couple of waivers up on the top of Iona there. Well, the shipmate Lewis Thomas, welcome aboard, shipmate. Thanks for subscribing. You've arrived here at a very dreary, wet and windy day here in the port of Southampton.
Southampton BTS.
BTS, Red Eagle.
Red Eagle, Southampton BTS. Did you agree on passing with Red Falcon? Over.
Negative, Red Falcon was overspoken. Break, Red Falcon, Red Eagle.
Red Eagle, Red Falcon, afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon, Alice. If you're happy, I'd like to be outside the Reds for the outbound cruise ship. Are you happy to green to green if I go outside the Reds?
Yeah, sounds good to us. We're planning to come back in after the test anyway, so we'll head for the middle of the channel. See you, green screen.
Perfect, thank you.
Red Eagle, Southampton BTS. Copy your intentions with the Red Falcon. Blockhead tide gauge showing 4.38 and decreasing. Over.
That's all copied, thank you.
Yeah, a couple of wavers, brave wavers up there.
Shield Hall, Southampton VTS.
I'll shoot all again.
VTS, Shield.
Shield Hall, Southampton VTS, apologies for that. Ready for the figures when you are. Over.
45, 45, packs, 178, total 223.
Shield Hall, Southampton VTS, that's all received. Traffic information, the MSC Virtuosa, port side to 102 bus, just about to go underway, and she'll be followed up by the Sky Princess. Sky Princess is pulled in, ready for departure on 106, port side to Quay. Over.
I find it very odd that I could pick up Shield Hall on the radio,
Red Jet 7, Southampton VTS.
which is the other end of the port here, and yet I can't pick up Sky Princess or MSC Virtuosa very well. How odd is that? The oddities of radio. The shipmate, somebody mentioned, shipmate Carol says, the Aurora is stopping in Guernsey Monday instead of tomorrow because of the weather. Okay, well, that would make sense. Yes, Aurora is off on a 3-day cruise.
Side to Quay. Over.
3-day cruise to Guernsey. Suppose she was supposed to stop in there tomorrow. Then, I guess a day at sea. But, you know, they flipped the schedule around. Makes sense.
ATS, Red Jet 6. Good afternoon to you. Key to Cows, please.
Red Jet 6, Southampton BTS, traffic information, inbound traffic to Red Eagle. Northwest Netley inbound, outside the Reds, and outbound traffic, the Red Falcon approaching Northwest Netley, and the Aurora south of Dockhead, outbound. Over.
All safe, thank you.
BTS, Bargate, finished with the Aurora, back to 37.
Bargate BTS received, thank you.
Yeah, it's a murky old day out there. Aurora being, of course, being one of the adult-only ships.
With Challenger BTS received, thank you. MSC Virtuosa, Southampton BTS received, thank you. Aurora, Southampton BTS, it's all received. Question, do you have the figures, over?
Or maybe VTS repeat. Oh, because you go.
Aurora, Southampton BTS, ready for figures. Aurora VTS received. One 895. Crew 785. Thank you.
Excellent.
Red Eagle, Southampton BTS, you may continue at speed if safe to do so, with caution of the outbound Aurora. Over.
All right, so we've got some figures. I could barely hear it, but luckily, nice chap at VTS there repeated them. So, Aurora, adult-only cruise ship from P&O. So I think she's the oldest ship in P&O's fleet.
Ocean Sea, Southampton BTS, all received.
And she is departing with 1,895 passengers on board and 785 crew. That's pretty much that's above double occupancy of 1874 by a few, but below maximum occupancy. So a busy ship, and of course no children aboard because it's adult-only ship. And there's some example pricing there of a cruise that goes a bit further than Guernsey. In fact, I think you'd probably want to go further than Guernsey because I don't think the weather is too brilliant at the moment up in the fields. But if you did fancy something small, here's a Rotterdam mini cruise for September of, I was going to say next year. That's not even next year, is it? That's 2 years away. Gosh. Well, if you're sophisticated enough to pre-plan for 2 years away, that's something you can look forward to.
VTS Red Jet 7.
Red Jet 7 VTS.
VTS Red Jet 6, could we have a docket tight gauge reading, please?
Red Jet 6 Southampton VTS, docket tide gauge showing 4.38 and decreasing. Over.
That's all copy, thank you.
Really struggling with all sorts of things. Today, visibility, the radio reception, cameras going offline. One day I shall have a broadcast where everything is functioning properly, but where would the fun in that be? Currently, the forecast for Southampton is 90% chance of rain all the way right up through until about 10 o'clock this evening. Yeah, I've just rebooted Cruise Cam, but it's not a well camera. It has a number of problems, which I'm not entirely sure what they are. But it's not a well camera. I think I'm going to have to... Well, like I say, I've ordered a replacement for it, which arrives Monday. Hopefully I can get that up and installed.
Also sun for them from BTS.
And amusingly, actually, the replacement comes with a windscreen wiper, which would be very handy today. Oh, there should be Electric Gamer says Sky Princess on the booth. Oh, yes. Right, let's go back that way. Thank you, shipmate. Oh, well spotted. Right, let's see if I can find the appropriate advert for this one. No. There we go. Sky Princess. Sky Princess. Right, let's see. Where's Sky Princess off to? Sky Princess is probably your best bet for a bit of sun at the moment from the port of Southampton. Sky Princess is off on a 14-day round trip to the Mediterranean adventure, they're calling it Vigo in Spain, Cadiz in Spain, Malaga in Spain, and then going all the way around to France, Corsica in France, then Marseille in France, then Gibraltar in the UK, popping into Lisbon on the way back, and then back to the port of Southampton. So that's a fairly wide travelled destination there. It's not often you see too many cruise ships going to Corsica. I think it might be clearing up slightly. Okay, actually, you've got a reasonable view of Sky Princess now. Oh, there's a yacht there. He's got his sail up. I would imagine the pilot's not too happy about a yacht with a sail up being right in front of his cruise ship. Here's some sample pricing for August of next year. Scandinavian trip on Sky Princess. Or this is the 14-day Mediterranean. Very similar itinerary to this cruise that's going on, but that is for July of next year. That gives you an idea of the price there. $17.49 for an inside, $240.25 for a balcony.
Handball lifeboat VTS.
I'm not sure we're going to get too many waivers outside today, I have to say. Not really the weather for it.
Handball lifeboat Southampton VTS. That's all received. Thank you. Blazer VTS. Worcester Blazer Southampton VTS. That's all received. Traffic information. 3 outbound cruise ships. The Aurora at Northwest Netley, outbound to the east. MSC Virtuosa, just departed 102 berth, outbound to the east. And the Sky Princess has departed 106 berth, outbound to the east. All 3 vessels are clear channel vessels. Over.
Sounds like someone's hit Sky Princess on the move as well. Oh, yeah, looks like it. Now, MSC Virtuosa, where's she off to then? She's off to somewhere. I think that it's possibly not the cruise you want to be on MSC Virtuosa. She's off to the fields. Sky Princess is the cruise of the day, I think, today, up down to Spain. It's probably going to be your best bet for some decent weather. But anyway, MSC Virtuosa, she's off on a 7-day trip to the fields, calling it Hogsund, Norway, Malloy on Vågsøy Island in Norway, Flam in Norway, and then Christensen.
Brilliance of the Seas, Southampton VTS.
Yeah, VTS, brilliant indeed. Pilot on board, currently alongside 101, start beside you. Deepest draft is 8.6, no reported defects, outbound for Glasgow. I'll get the passenger and crew numbers as soon as possible, and we'll get underway once the Sky Princess is clear. Intention is to swing Balfour Port in the middle swim ground here, and continue to go up the swim ground if it picks up in the wind.
Brilliance of the Sea, Southampton VTS. Vessel received further traffic after the Sky Princess, the SS Shield Hall 110 berth at station to depart also. Over.
There you go. See the Sky Princess is pulling away from the side there. She's pulling away from dock. Can't see too many shipmates out on their balconies. I did have someone message me, said they were going to be waving their flag, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. Yeah, not a good day for a sail away, unfortunately. This is probably really what you need to be doing. This is for September this year, not far away. 14 nights on the MSC Virtuosa. Interior with drinks, 1483. 14 nights, £100 a night, including drinks. Seems like a pretty fair deal to me. You're probably more likely want to go with a balcony one. Beer sniffer, £2,000 per person. I can see the occasional brightly coloured t-shirt. I think someone's waving something. Oh, and I can't. Fortunately, I'm really struggling to see in these poor conditions.
We'll be proceeding out at 8 or so knots due to the weather. You've got figures if you're ready?
Oh, yes, please. Oh, looks like a flag there, I think.
MSC Virtuosa, Southampton VTS is all received and ready for the figures. Over.
Okay, passengers 5188. Crew is 1677. Should equal 6858.
MSC Virtuosa, Southampton VTS has all received traffic information. The Redjet 7 Greenland inbound. Over.
All received. Thank you.
Well, there you go. Passenger numbers and crew numbers for MSC Virtuosa. I missed what the exactly the crew numbers were, but 5,188 passengers on board. And MSC Virtuosa has a maximum passenger capacity of 6,334, a maximum double of 4,800. So, as is per usual at this time of year, all ships are still leaving fairly full. Oh, shipmate Haley's got a 1677. Okay, great thing. I'm trying to do about 5 things at once here, and I'm failing at all of them simultaneously. Definitely a flag there, though, isn't there? I did see, I'm sure. Let's have a look, see if we can see this flag. Or is it just someone with a red t-shirt? No, there's definitely a flag. There's definitely a flag there. Yeah, I can't. I'm afraid of shipwrecks. So due to the poor visibility, I cannot see what that flag is. But I appreciate all your efforts, though, with the flag flying. Unfortunately, the weather is against us today. It's like a typical school holiday.
Shield Hall, Southampton VTS all received traffic information. The Brilliance of the Seas, starboard side to 101 berth is station to depart. Over. Brilliance of the Seas, Southampton VTS.
See, I can't hear Brilliance of the Seas now, but I could hear VTS earlier. I could hear Shield Hall. I don't really understand it. It's very odd. Yeah, what a horrible weather day. Certainly not a day to be out and about in the port of Southampton. cruise cam working? Feeling it's not. No, it's not happy. Not a happy cruise cam, this cruise cam.
BTS, Red Jet 7 Northwest Net, the information to carry.
Red Jet 7 Southampton BTS, you may continue at speed if safe to do so. With caution, MSC Virtuosa south of Ocean Dock outbound, and the Sky Princess passing 105 Perth outbound. Over.
Well, coming on to our screens now, it's the Sky Princess. I say, I think she is your one with the best chance of getting a decent weather. I think I can hear some hooting. Although I don't sure the microphone will pick it up because it's being peppered by rain. I'll put the sound on. You never know. Might pick up something. Awful day. Windy, wet. Feels like winter's arrived and summer has finished. Let's see if the ferry cam picks it up. Just about. Just about pick it up. Well, I think that's probably the best haulage we're going to get this evening. Awful weather to blame. What does it say on top of the screen then? Let's have a little look. What does it say?
Samuel Southampton BTS, question, will you proceed over new ground or use the main channel into Portsmouth? Over.
There we go. Sail away celebration update. The weather can't stop the fun. We're moving the sail away celebration to the Piazza, Deck 5. Come and join the Caribbean. Oh, come and join the celebration on board. That's me wishful thinking with Caribbean. There we go. That's why there's nobody up on deck. There's no sail away party.
Southampton BTS, brilliant to the seas. Getting underway now from 101.
Brilliance of the Seas, Southampton BTS, that's all received. Thank you. Shield Hall, Southampton BTS. Shield Hall, Southampton BTS, information, the Brilliance of the Seas, starboard side to 101 berth, it's just getting underway now, over.
There's Shield Hall up there. She's reverse swung out. She'll probably hang around and wait. Be nice to get some sounds out of Shield Hall.
BTS, Sky Princess, yeah, that was now.
Sky Princess, Southampton BTS, that's all received. Question, do you have figures, over?
Yes, come on, give me some figures.
We went on ready.
Oh.
Sky Princess, Southampton BTS, that's received. Thank you.
Well, I'm reckoning Sky Princess. Let me have a look. What's the maximum number of passengers on Sky Princess is 4,600, or for double occupancy 3,600. I reckon it'd be somewhere around 4,000 passengers on Sky Princess. That would be my bet. Oh, look at the weather out there.
Red Osprey, Southampton BTS received traffic information. Outbound traffic, the Aurora at the Cadlands. Outbound to the East Clear Channel vessel. MSC Virtuosa passing 38.9 berth, Clear Channel vessel. And Sky Princess approaching Pierhead outbound. Over. Red Osprey, Southampton BTS, additional traffic. Brilliance of the Seas, starboard side to 101 berth, just getting underway. she'll be followed out by the shield call. Over.
Well, I think there's a few brave shipmates out there on their balconies. It makes sense to me. Probably quite sheltered. The wind is coming from the southwesterly, so if you're on the port side of the vessel, you'll be fairly well sheltered from the atrocious conditions on this wet and windy Saturday at the end of August. Typical school holiday weather, really, isn't it? Oh, Shipmate Electric Gamer reckons there'll be 3,600 on Sky Princess today. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Somewhere between there and 4,000. I would guess. Maybe not quite so many. Oh, maybe because of school holidays. Maybe they're going back to school next week, are they? Let me know in the chat. I'm not familiar with the school holiday regime. It sounds like the Brilliance of the Seas is away next. The Sky Princess is pretty much just past, as you can see here. Brilliance of the Seas here. She says she's going to come and spin here as long as the wind's not too bad. And currently, yeah, the wind is just dying down a bit. It was a bit gusty earlier, but like I say, it's just on the fall.
UKD Policeman Southampton BTS. Inbound traffic, the APL Merlion, boarding Southampton Pilot 1715 at boarding ground Alpha. CS Quality, boarding Portsmouth Pilot at station Bravo for 1730. And the San Malo, 7 miles southwest of the NAB Tower, proceeding inbound for Portsmouth. Over.
Southampton BTS, MSC Virtuoso. It's Western Shell Power.
MSC Virtuoso, Southampton BTS, that's all received. Thank you.
I think it's clearing up slightly, the weather. Difficult to tell. I think it might be clearing up slightly. I don't know that we've got any flags flying today on Sky Princess. Of course, don't forget Sky Princess is available for our group cruise as well. That's in October now, not long. I did see Shipmate post earlier how many days it was left. It wasn't very many. Scarily not very many, considering I need to do some prep work for that as well. Oh, there's somebody waving. Somebody waving in a gown by the looks of it. See if we can get closer. Top left-hand corner of the page there. Oh, just about to see them. The trouble with this camera, it takes a little while from zooming in to moving. It's a bit of a nuisance, this camera. There we go. We can see you waving those shipmates. Well done. Braving the elements.
Red Falcon, Southampton BTS, all received. Thank you.
Raindrops all over my cameras. Just checking on the Brilliance of the Seas. I think she's on the move as well. Very slowly. Let me go and investigate Cruise Cam. See if Cruise Cam has decided to join the party or if it's off in a huff. I think it's off in a huff and spinning in the corner. Yeah, as much as I thought it would be. It's not a very well camera, that one.
Brilliance of the Seas, shield on.
There we go. There's Brilliance of the Seas.
Brilliance of the Seas, shield on.
I'm not sure we've ever seen Brilliance of the Seas on a live stream before. I certainly don't remember ever droning her. Brilliance of the Seas. It's an older ship in the...
BTS, shield on.
Shield all BTS.
That's the Brilliance of the Seas indicated where she intends to swing.
Shield all Southampton BTS. The Brilliance of the Seas intends to swing off the berth to port. However, she has said if the wind is too much, she will proceed to the upper swinging ground. Over.
Yeah, all received. Can I get a dockhead type, please?
Shield all Southampton BTS. The dockhead tide gauge showing 4.40. Over.
Thank you. Yeah, so in which case, if necessary, we'll proceed outside the reds in order to avoid impeding the Brilliance of the Seas.
Shield all BTS is all received. Thank you.
It looks like
Busiest, this Bargate, Team 37, ground to 46 for the Ion departure.
Bargate VTS received the traffic information. The Sky Princess passing 38.9 berth outbound. Brilliance of the Seas departing her berth at 101, starboard side to Quay, and she'll be followed up by the Shield Hall. Over.
the Brilliance of the Seas here, because I don't think we've ever seen her on live stream before. Built in 2002, so she's 23 years old, one of the older ships in the Royal Caribbean fleet. In fact, I'm just thinking, I'm not sure she's the oldest, but she's got to be right up there, one of the oldest, surely. Shield Hall there was asking which way the Brilliance of the Seas is going to spin. It was depending on the wind, and it looks like the wind has just died off enough that the Brilliance of the Seas decided she can spin here in the middle swing ground. And interestingly, it sounded that there's a tug going in for Iona as well. Brilliance of the Seas. Where is Brilliance of the Seas off to, I hear you ask? Well, I don't think she's going to get particularly good weather on this cruise either, but it's a one-way cruise, 15-day, one-way transatlantic Southampton to Boston, Massachusetts. Calling it, for some reason, Greenock in Glasgow. Unusual for a sort of transatlantic stop. In fact, the whole cruise is a little unusual. Then Reykjavik in Iceland. Then Qaqortoq in Greenland, and then Nuuk in Greenland, then Sydney in Nova Scotia in Canada, Halifax in Nova Scotia in Canada, and then arriving in the port of Boston in Massachusetts. Lovely couple of Greenland stops there. Oh, absolutely fascinating. Not often you see cruise ships go to Greenland. Probably got some prices here somewhere. Where would they be? That one? Yeah, here we go. I think Paul's giving me some generic Caribbean prices.
Blazer, stand for VTS.
Because we don't get Liberty of the Sea. Can we get Caribbean? We don't get Brilliance of the Seas in very often.
Blazer, Southampton VTS has all received traffic information. Cruise ship Aurora approaching the Hook Buoy outbound to the east. Clear channel vessel. MSC Virtuosa approaching Lanes Lake outbound to the east. Clear channel vessel. Sky Princess south of Dockhead out to the east. Clear channel vessel. Over.
We've got 5 ships departing today, all really close together, and we'd have some excellent views if it wasn't for this stupid weather, and in fact my camera's broken. Well, ship Donna says, yeah, not your typical transatlantic crossing. No.
The Sky Princess, Western Shelf now. We've got some numbers for you.
Thank you, Sky Princess.
Sky Princess VTS has all received and ready for figures. Over.
Okay, guests here 3579 and crew 1349.
Sky Princess, Southampton VTS has all received. Thank you.
There we go. There are the numbers.
Mercurius, Southampton VTS has received. Could you repeat the name of the vessel you're out for, please?
Iona.
Mercurius VTS has all received traffic information. The Independence of the Seas swinging at middle swinging ground to proceed outbound. She'll be followed up by the Shield Hall. Over.
Copy, thank you.
APL Merlin VTS, Merlin, Southampton VTS has all received. Thank you.
Well, the Brilliance of the Seas, honestly, really is just over there on the right side of the screen. Sky Princess called in, and not quite as many passengers on Sky Princess as I was guessing. So what was that? 3,579 passengers. So that puts just under maximum double occupancy. I think our shipmate Electric Gamer reckoned it was about 3,600, and I think he was spot on the money there. I think he has a bit of inside information, though. Shipmate Rocky Raccoon says, think they just said it depends on the season radio. Oh, they wouldn't be surprised. That's the sort of thing I would say. It's fairly easy to do. I think it might be clearing up a bit. There's a few shipmates wandering around, I see, on top of Iona. We have the Shield Hall following up the Brilliance of the Seas. They're all leaving really well on time today, aren't they? They're very well behaved today. All radioing in their numbers. There we go, there's Shield Hall. Shield Hall's doing a bit of ferry gliding there at the back. The wind is coming from this direction, so it's blowing around a bit. So if she stayed still, she'd end up over there. So she has to point into the wind so that she can maintain position. Shipmate Donores thinks that VTS gave the wrong ship details too. Yeah, sometimes the pilots do it as well. When they're on board, you often hear them give the wrong name to the ship. Prince of the Seas has a number of sister ships, but not the Independence of the Seas. Sister ships are the Jewel of the Seas, the Radiance of the Seas, and the Serenade of the Seas. It's 90,000 gross tons, so puts her in the slightly smaller category, I would say. Medium, small medium. That's how I would define in the... Oh, God, I almost had the Brilliance of the Seas, even though I'm looking at the name on the screen. Well, this shipmate Claire Westman said it stopped raining in Town Quay car park. Yeah, it looks like it's clearing up. Just hoping the water can evaporate off the camera lenses quickly enough now.
VTS Iona, good afternoon.
VTS.
Yeah, VTS Iona, port side 246, going to station 5 to the east. Draft 8.7, bound for Stavanger, passenger crew figures follow, should be on time.
Iona, Southampton, VTS, that's all received. Thank you. Iona, Southampton, VTS.
Yeah, VTS Iona.
Iona, Southampton, VTS, information, the APL Merlion boarding at station Alpha. Boarding at station Alpha, 1715. Planned PC pass with your vessel. Over.
Yeah, that's all understood, thank you.
Oh, they should make Christine. What's the...
VTS, Brilliance of the Seas. Yeah, head boy out.
Brilliance of the Seas, Southampton, VTS, that's all received. Thank you.
Shipmate Christine's asking what's the castle-like building on the port side.
Southampton, VTS, Brilliance of the Seas. I have the passenger and crew figures if you're ready.
Oh yes, go on then, give them to me.
Brilliance of the Seas, Southampton, VTS. Answer yes, ready for passenger and crew figures.
Okay, 2089 passengers, 2089 and crew 854. Passengers, 854 passengers.
Sky Princess, Southampton, VTS, that's all received. Thank you.
BTS, Red Jet 7, Town Quay for cows, please.
Station calling, VTS.
BTS, Red Jet 7, Town Quay for cows.
Red Jet 7, Southampton, VTS, traffic information. Outbound traffic. The Brilliance of the Seas, Pierhead Boy, outbound. Followed by the SS Shield Hall. Sky Princess, Lanes Lake out. MSC Virtuosa, Cadland out. The Brilliance of the Seas, Sky Princess and MSC Virtuosa, all clear channel vessels. Over.
Horsey, thank you.
So we've got passenger numbers for Brilliance of the Seas, 2,089 passengers. That's just under maximum double occupancy of 2,150 with 854 crew, which is pretty much bang on her maximum crew. Brilliance of the Seas. Where is Brilliance of the Seas off to? She's going off to Boston, Massachusetts. Very interesting itinerary. Calling in Glasgow on her way up to the Iceland. Then calling in Reykjavik in Iceland. Then a couple of stops in Greenland. It's not often we see Greenland stops. Calling in at Qaqortoq in Greenland, and then Nuuk in Greenland, then Sydney, Nova Scotia in Canada, and after that Halifax in Nova Scotia.
Station calling, Southampton BTS.
And then ultimately ending up in Boston, Massachusetts. Oh, it looks like the sun's coming out now. Shipmate Christine was asking what the building was on the port side. It used to be called Cootie's Indian Restaurant. I think it's just an Indian restaurant now. I'm not sure what its name is.
Hello, Southampton BTS. That's all received. And traffic information. UKD Bluefin approaching the North Sturbridge Buoy outbound. Over.
Yes, I think it's starting to get a little brighter. So anyway, that's a sample pricing there for Liberty of the Seas. And this one is for Liberties of the Seas as well. 15 nights. That's in October when the weather is not particularly pleasant. And that's one of those tempting cruises that naughty Paul from Love Cruise keeps sending me. Transatlantic from £580 for an inside cabin for that Southampton. Then calling at Lisbon in Portugal. At sea. Funchal in Madeira. 9 days at sea, which is unusual to have 9 days at sea. And then Galveston in Texas. I don't know how he does it. He does it on purpose. Tries to send me the good deals. Let's see what we can see. Oh, look at those dark skies over in Southampton. I think the good weather must be coming from the Isle of Wight direction. As you can see, those black skies are pretty much over the port of Southampton. Oh, Exospect Haiti says it's now called Royal Palace Indian Restaurant. Ah, that's a good name.
Shield all Southampton BTS all received, thank you.
Yeah, next will be on our screens will be a bit of Shield Hall action. Yeah, dark skies over there in the distance. Definitely had a real downpour with all the ships leaving. It's a very bad timing by the weather. If I remember correctly, some of these older ships get quite a lean on when they start turning around Cashot Spit and then round Bramblebank. That is Shield Hall.
Jet 6 Southampton BTS, outbound traffic, the Aurora on the Calshot turn to the east, clear channel vessel. MSC Virtuosa approaching 40 deep, clear channel vessel. Sky Princess approaching the Cadlan, clear channel vessel. Further traffic, Brilliance of the Seas passing 4041 berth, and the SS Shield Hall south of Town Quay. Over.
Excellent, good old Shield Hall. It looks like the passengers on there are all
Jet 6 Southampton BTS, Calshot.
all covered up in their waterproofs. There's Brilliance of the Sea passing the ocean terminal. There is Aurora finishing her turn around Calshot Spit.
Thank you.
Brilliance of the Seas. I don't know where she's been, but anyway, she's heading off to Boston. Then after that, she's based in Boston, doing a bit of Canadian cruising up and down Nova Scotia area for a month. Then after that, she's heading down to the Caribbean, as is typical. She's going to be based in San Juan in Puerto Rico. Looks like that is her winter itinerary. Then after that, she comes back to Europe. Looks like she's pretty much based in Italy, Rome, and Athens in Greece, and a little bit in Spain. So she's bouncing around the Caribbean for next summer until next winter, where again she's off to San Juan Islands. That's to San Juan in Puerto Rico. San Juan Islands are in Washington State. Got my geography confused there. Shipmate Grumpy Dad said, did a Greek island cruise on Brilliance in September the 23rd. Loved it. Great ship where the crew got to know peeing on the smaller side. Yeah, that's true. Actually, she's quite considerably on the smaller side, the Brilliance of the Sea. We then spent part of 2024 doing Alaska. It looks to me like the rain is starting to come back in the Solent here because we're starting to get reduced visibility. On the other hand, I think we're getting increased visibility. Oh, I've lost connection with the cameras. I'm losing connection with all the cameras all the time at the moment. I'm not sure what's going on. I think my internet is not very well. There we go. It started to brighten up, I think, a little bit here in port. Maybe that bubble of good weather. Well, it should be Michael White. Many thanks for your kind donation. Is it great to have so many movements today? It is.
Southampton BTS all received traffic information. The UKD Bluefin at the North Star Bridgeboy outbound. Over.
We couldn't have slightly better weather. We've got another super Saturday coming up. I think that might be next weekend. So yeah, we've got a few more to go, I think, before the year ends. There we go. That is the Sky Princess following down the MSC Virtuosa down the Solent.
Brilliance of the Sea, Southampton BTS, that's all received. Thank you.
Right, at least I've got one camera that's working down this way properly. That's box cam. Box cam is on the stern of Iona, so we can see the lines coming. The little chappie's down there with his head out the hatch. That's always a good sign. It means they'll be moving shortly. And I think the weather has come in over the Solent there. I'm desperately trying to get cruise cam going at the moment, but it's just not cooperating. There's obviously a fundamental problem with it. It went off a while ago because there was a power cut at its location, and it took about, I think about half a day to get it to boot up again. Looks like we might have a couple of shipmates up on top of Iona by the P&O sign. Thank you, shipmate Michael White from Bangkok. He's generously gifted the captain 349 Thai baht, which he says is around £8. Perfect, shipmate. I should convert that into Dancing Man beer tokens later. I have a feeling, though, I won't be sitting outside. Oh, in case you're wondering, shipmates, I am the captain of the Solent Ships YouTube channel, broadcasting you live and direct from the Port of Southampton. Currently 55 minutes into a broadcast, so we'll call that an hour on Captain's Banner Bingo. Oh, the shipmate Tom Epsom says, did you hear about the fire on Owner's Galley? No, I didn't.
Red Osprey busiest, that's all received, thank you.
I'm going to put my banner down. Oh, don't banner. There we go. What are we on here? This is Aurora. I think that's Aurora. No, that's Sky Princess. No, that's MC Virtuosa. No. Yeah, there we go. Although we can just about see the other ship in the background there.
BTS, Red Eagle, shortly underway from Pier, outbound for Cows.
Red Eagle, BTS all received, thank you. Shield Hall just past the top end now, outward bound. Brilliant to the seas running down to north-west Netley, outward bound. MSC Virtuosa approaching the Hawk Alps, followed by the Sky Princess. Virtuosa, Sky Princess, and Brilliant to the seas, all clear.
All copy, thank you.
There's one of the lines coming in for Iona. She's singling up. She said she'd be away on time, and she's due away at 5 o'clock. And she's the last departure this evening. And to be honest, I think she's going to be away bang on 5 o'clock. And there is the Shield Hall. Not a very good day to be out on Shield Hall. I did notice when she went past her that everyone was wearing wet weather gear. I think she's just out for a little Solent joyride following the cruise ships. But not the best of weather to be out on Shield Hall. Not a great deal of coverage to keep you dry if you're out on deck most of the time. Yeah, I think some bad weather is also coming in from the Isle of Wight. Got a couple of shipmates there. I'm pretty sure they were giving us a wave earlier. It must have stopped raining because I've seen a few people wandering around now.
Southampton, the MSC Virtuosa, we're at the hook, outbound main channel for you.
MSC Virtuosa, VPS, that's all copy, thank you. Nothing immediate for you in the bound. CS Quality, she's boarded a pilot at 17:15 east of the tower in for Portsmouth. The San Marlow just at the new ground for you inbound. No other reported inbound traffic to affect you.
VTS Shield Hall, Western Charlemagne.
Shield or VTS, all copy, thank you.
Yeah, shipmate Rocky Raccoon there says looks like the bad weather is following the ships out. It certainly does indeed, because look at that now. You can see that wall of bad weather, which is over here in the Solent. It's the other side of Aurora now. We can see it from Netley Cam. There's a wall of bad weather coming up Southampton water there. Oh, well, the shipmate Jamstone 90. Many thanks for your kind donation. So I always wonder where you were your ship's captain in pre-YouTube life, as you've always got good info and great location. No, unfortunately not, shipmate. I was no, but I do spend a lot of time messing around on the water, so I suppose that's my skill set there. Always lived in port or ports, various ports. And if I always try and get out on the water, so there we go. Oh, look at that. It's murky over on the island, isn't it? Yes, it definitely must be clearing up here in port, because there's a lot more shipmates now out on about up on Iona. Unfortunately, Cruise Cam is refusing to cooperate, and it's just having a spinny fit. You're on Netley can.
BTS Iona, Lengo, last line's 46.
And you can see the MSC Virtuoso disappearing.
BTS, that's all copy, thank you. Red Eagle is departing from Town Quay, outward bound. No inbound traffic to affect you at this time.
Thank you.
Couple of brave shipmates up there. We see you, shipmates, waving away. Thank you for braving the elements and giving us a little wave. Oh, looks like the last lines are coming in on Iona. There we go, yeah. That's the last one. I would show you the other view from the other camera, but unfortunately, cruise cam is a sickly camera. Here it comes. Here comes the line. Do. Pulling it in. There we go. Excellent. I was talking to shipmate Paul earlier from Love Cruise. Who supplies me with all the adverts. Keeps me informed on the travel industry gossip, such that it is. And we were just talking about how many passengers there might be in the port of Southampton. I could probably work it out. I think I've had all the passenger and crew numbers today. But yeah, as just an estimation on a sort of a super Saturday, we were reckoning that there could be somewhere in the region of about 40,000 people coming and going, about 20,000 arriving and 20,000 departing. Quite an increase. So if you have a super Saturday with 20,000 people coming, 20,000 people going, and there's a Southampton football game on, which I don't know, I guess it's around about 30,000 for Southampton football game, that's almost
UKD Bluefin Bridge,
70,000 people coming and going from the port of Southampton. That's why traffic gets really clogged up on those days.
Bluefin Bridge, that's all copy, thank you. Sky Princess BTS, that's all received, thank you. Nothing immediately when we're banned. The CS Quality should be boarding a Portsmouth pilot, 1715 Eastern Tower in for Portsmouth, and just boarded the APR Malign now, 4 miles south of the tower in we're bound.
Yeah, got a couple of wavers up there on the top. Well done, shipmates. Good to see you waving up there. Shipmate Rocky Raccoon says the hotels were full last night, was told by personal reception. Yes, I heard that as well. Heard that from a source, that hotels are very busy in port. Look at that visibility. Terrible. There you go. The cruise ship is over there somewhere. And as we can see from Netley Cam, it's just about to see the ships disappearing to that bank of horrible weather, and even from the Isle of Wight, which you can't see through that bank. It's just filling up the Solent. Did have some honks there. I wonder if the outside microphone or ferry cam will pick it up. Oh, it's so windy. I don't think we've had a bad weather day for absolutely ages. Yeah, got a little bit of honkage there from Iona. Fortunately, it's the wind and the weather.
APR Malign BTS, that's all copied and confirmed. SBT 5 with 3 tugs for your arrival. Traffic information is CS Quality. She should be boarding a Portsmouth pilot at 1715 Pilot Boarding Station Bravo. Over.
Shipmate Dolores says, just hear the horns. Yeah, I think depending on where you are in ports, it's definitely going to be one of those days where the horns are going to be blowing around. That's for sure. Shipmate Nichols says, is that a Scottish flag? Ooh. Where? I didn't see.
That's all copied, thank you. Further traffic for you. UKD Bluefin, she's approaching the Warner Buoy now. She'll be outward bound over the new ground. The Aurora is approaching the Norwich Buoy outward bound. MSC Virtuosa, Calshot turn outward bound. Sky Princess just past the hook out. Brilliance of the Seas at Cadland and Iona just getting underway.
Oh, Iona, she is still travelling her typical field timetable up to Norway. She's calling in at Stavanger in Norway, Older in Norway, Heliset in Norway, then Haugesund in Norway, then back to the wonderful port of Southampton. Here is a sample cruise on Iona. She will, after the fields, then she starts heading down to the warmer climes of Portugal and the Canary Islands. 14 nights from 1,049. As you can see, she's actually got some tug help at the moment. Tug assistance due to the wind. So what wind speeds we're looking at? Gusts of 15 knots. It's around this sort of level. I think earlier they were thinking it was going to get worse weather-wise, so they tend to err on the side of caution and make sure they've got a tug just to help the ships manoeuvre out from the dock. And that looks like we have Svitzer Mercurius assisting Iona from reversing out of the dock there. But it seems like a fairly good value money for cruise that. But that's for November this year. You hopefully get some better weather, bit of sunshine. £1,000 from inside, or $12.99 per person for a balcony for 14 nights. Maybe you fancy doing something special next year for Valentine's. Little trip round Europe, calling in at Hamburg in Germany, a day at sea, Rotterdam in the Netherlands overnight, and then Zeebrugge in Belgium. And that is balcony from 699. Don't know if we've had passenger numbers yet for Iona. I'm suspecting somewhere in the region of 5,200-ish passengers. That would be maximum double occupancy. And a few waivers out on Iona's day. I think if you're on the port side, you're probably going to be relatively sheltered. There's quite a few out on their balconies now. I think it's probably relatively sheltered, so we might get a flag. I think I read in the chat earlier that someone said they've got a flag. Definitely a lot of brightly coloured t-shirts. High visibility. Easy to spot the brightly coloured t-shirts. Oh, got some wavers down there on their balcony. They're on the sort of sticky out bit in the middle of Iona. Oh, access pass is a flag under the P&O sign. Ooh, let's have a look then. See if we can find a bit of flag under the P&O sign. Not best of flag weathers. And my camera of choice, cruise cam, would have been perfect. Ah, yes, I spot it. Aha. Looks like we have a Cornish contingent on the cruise. They're there with their Cornish flag, which I think they might be flying sideways. Is that allowed? Is it allowed to fly a Cornish flag sideways? Is there not some rule about that? Or does that mean you're protesting the double council tax for second homeowners? I think the wind is picking up a bit. There we go. They've spotted themselves now on the camera. Well done, shipmates. Good job. Many thanks for that. Oh dear. Everything's struggling today. Why it's such a... Everything decides to struggle on the same day. Oh, we've got waivers to the left of the sign, waivers to the right of the sign, and waivers underneath the sign with a flag.
Copy, thank you. Good afternoon to you.
Oh, there you go. I think they're flying it. Oh, is that the Kerno flag? No, I think I'm sure it must be. If it was blue or something, it'd be difficult to tell the colour. But I'm pretty sure that is the Cornish flag. If it's not, then shipmates, let me know in the chat. It's cleared up a bit, and on the Isle of Wight now we can take a decent view of Virtuosa. She's passing by the Isle of Wight. Well, the shipmate John M says they just came back from the fields on Iona. It was amazing. Norway was amazing, and the crew were amazing. I think I'm hearing that you had an amazing cruise. I think you might be a little out of luck with weather this time.
PTS Red Osprey, Northwest Netley in. Our plan is to reduce speed and hold south of Dockhead if necessary for the Iona.
Red Osprey, BTS, that's all received, thank you.
And looks like we have Svitzer Bargate doing a bit of shoving at the bow end. It's the spinning round of the ship that's the difficult bit. There's such a large amount of windage because they are so large. You can easily get affected by some strong gusts. We're in a little pocket of good weather here at the moment. How long it'll remain for, because I think there's a chunk of bad weather coming up Southampton water. Wait, the P&O's Iona. He's heading off to the fields. I don't think the weather's going to be brilliant, but she's calling it Stavanger in Norway, Frolam in Norway, Olden in Norway, Hogsund in Norway, and then back to the wonderful port of Southampton. Iona these days, she's 4 years old. I remember when she came into port for the first time. I think that was one of my best live streams when she first came in. Compared to the other ships there, I think she's the biggest ship to depart. 184,000 gross tons. Let me just check. Yes, it's just slightly bigger than MSC Virtuosa at 181,000 gross tons. You know, there's the Spitzer bar gate there, giving Iona a good push round. You can see how it was windy. The P&O house flag on the bow of Iona there, very stiff and erect. Meanwhile, we've got Sky Princess barrelling down towards Cowes. Oh, it's cleared up now. We can clearly see Cowshot Spit, and you can see her in the background the Brilliance of the Seas. Only a brief visit for Brilliance of the Seas in port. She's coming in, and then she's going out, and I don't think we're going to see her again. She's merely transatlanticing over for a repositioning cruise over to the
Solent Cat VTS, good afternoon to you. That's all received, thank you.
Boston for a while, and then heading down to the Caribbean.
Red Eagle, Iona.
APL Merline VTS, that's all received, thank you.
Red Eagle, Iona.
Iona, Red Osprey, are you calling?
Yeah, sorry, Osprey. Yeah. Evening. Are you wanting to come through? Because if so, go out onto the Reds. That'd be best if you're happy to go outside on the Reds. Because we'll have a bit of a drift angle as we come through.
Yeah, we'll hold south of Dockhead for you, pilot. I think just be a little bit easier with the wind as well for us. Holding on the Reds might be a bit funky.
All right, if you're happy with that, that's fine. That's great. If you could just give us plenty of space as we come past Dockhead, that'd be great.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll shimmy on over now. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There you go. The pilot was talking there about having a funny angle because of the wind. Because of the wind, he'll be leaving port at a bit of a funny angle, trying to make sure that, because at slow speed the ships don't go very straight, they sort of tend to drift in to the wind. And then he did say that the Red Eagle, Osprey rather, could go tight to the Reds, but he's decided he's going to stay out here and just keep out of the way. Very sensible indeed. I wonder what they're watching on Sky Princess then. What's that then? Some sort of football match? I don't know if the Saints are playing today. Hopefully, if they are, they're winning. There we go. Looks like the Mercurius has finished. Bargain, rather.
Thank you, Sky Princess. Just up the westbound return. Outward bound to the east, clear channel. Brilliant for the seas at Hook. Outward bound, also clear channel. She's followed by the Shield Hall, just passing Eto, and Iona just completed it. Now proceeding outward bound.
Shipmate Catherine Alicia. So, Saints already played versus Watford. 2-2. A draw. Well, maybe things are looking up for a plucky little team from the south coast.
BTS Red Jet 6 shortly away from Town Quay.
Red Jet 6 VTS, that's all received, thank you. Iona. And proceeding out the boundary off the ocean dock. Red Osprey is holding south of Dockhead for the Iona to pass. The Shield Horse just passed in Esso outward bound. Brilliant to the seas, just approaching the hook outbound and clear channel.
BTS received.
6 BTS, Dockhead is reading 4 decimal 41.
BTS, that's received. Stood by your neighbors and the Reds.
BTS, Sea Green, alongside 49, bro.
Sea Green BTS, all copy, thank you.
Thank you.
The shipmate Emma Robinson says they're just back off Iona. Had a beautiful weather last Saturday leaving, and all week in Norway. We had the Pirates rum flag. Oh, good choice of flag, shipmate. Looks to me like going to need to disconnect that tug there at the stern. No, just thrown the line in. Yeah, now tug is now disconnected. Shipmates on board, give them a little cheeky little wave. Not often we see the tugs on the cruise ships, only due to the high wind. And it looks like the weather's cleared, has cleared up over on the right. This is the Brilliance of the Seas departing for Boston, Massachusetts via Glasgow, Reykjavik in Iceland. A couple of stops, Nuuk in Greenland, and
Couple of Spirit VTS, that's all copy, thank you. Very good afternoon to you.
somewhere else in Greenland, which I can't remember. And then she's heading down to Puerto Rico for the winter. Well, the shipmate Didcot West says, will you be filming RV going out tomorrow as my uncle and auntie were aboard? Yeah, yes. Monday, Sunday live and Monday live. I don't know what the weather's like. Hopefully the weather's better and hopefully cruise cam's working. Tomorrow the weather is similar. And similar Monday. Oh no.
Curious VTS, all received, thank you.
And similar Tuesday. And Wednesday. Oh my word. I'm just looking at the weather forecast. It's just non-stop.
VTS, Bargate, finished on the Ida, back to 37.
It's non-stop rain.
Okay, VTS, all copy, thank you.
So there is the Red Osprey waiting. Poor old wind blowing my cameras around.
White Force VTS.
Yes, sir. Back to...
White Force VTS, that's all copy, thank you.
There we go. There goes Iona heading off the fjords. Don't think we've had numbers yet for Iona. Put up some information for some pricing on board. If you do fancy a cruise and not quite sure what you want, give Paul from Love Cruise a call.
BTS, Iona, Western Shelf, and I've got figures for you.
Figures for Iona, thank you. I'm guessing around about 5,800.
Yes, passengers 5847 and crew 1710.
Iona VTS, that's all received, and just confirm passengers 5847, crew 1710.
There we go. So yes, I'm not bad with my guess that time.
BTS Seahorse finished at 106, bound Marchwood Wharf.
So she has a maximum double occupancy of 5,200 and a maximum occupancy of 6,200. So she is sort of somewhere in between maximum double and maximum occupancy. I'm guessing there must still be a few schools that are on holiday at this time of year. I don't know. Looks like some flames. The only colour we're really seeing today are flames from Frawley Refinery. And she's got a crew of 1710, which is about what she normally has. There you go, there's the ferry waiting at Dockhead. Patiently waiting for the Iron to come past. Like I said, the strong wind does cause them problems at slower speeds. Yeah, there's not a lot of space. When you look at the map, not a lot of space between Iona and the Dockhead.
Very good afternoon to you, Alex. That's all copy, thank you. Brilliant to the seas, just at Calshot Spit, outbound clear channel. She's followed by the Shield Hall, just wandering down to the Hawk outward bound. And Iona is Western Shelf out.
Big puff of smoke coming from Red Osprey. She's putting the throttles down. Oh, and I think the weather's coming in again as the Brilliance of the Sea just takes her turn around Cowshot Spit. It's just one of those weather days, isn't it?
Red Eagle, BTS, that's all copy, thank you. Just brilliant to the seas there. Calshot turn, outbound clear channel. No inbound traffic to affect you.
Yeah, it's certainly a grey old day. It does feel like winter has arrived all of a sudden, which is a bit of a shame. Excellent Spanner Hades has always been doing some arithmetic. We have 5 ships departing today, and he's worked out maximum combined total passengers is 18,500 approximately. So with the arrivals, that's, like I say, somewhere near 40,000 passengers. Oh, there's shipmate Theo Cooper. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing. Yeah, I think the weather's coming in again. Little bursts coming up and down, and I'm looking at the forecast. It looks like it's going to be this way for the foreseeable future. Certainly, Sunday's not looking much better. Monday is not looking much better. Tuesday, nope. Wednesday, nope. Thursday, maybe a bit better. Friday, next weekend, also equally looking poor. Oh dear. Well, the shipmate Dick Alert South has said they'll be waving to you tomorrow from Arvia. Excellent, shipmate. Good, good, good. Look out for you. Because the best place to be, probably, if you don't have a balcony on the port side, is to head up to the P&O sign. I normally keep the camera on the P&O sign.
CS Quality, BTS, good afternoon to you. CS Quality, BTS, that's all copy, thank you. You've got the UKD Bluefin there across the new ground, outbound from Nab Spoil. Further outbound traffic, the Aurora just approaching the port. MSC Virtuosa, she's at southeast right middle. Brilliant to the feed at Bourne Gap. And we have the Iona, so she's at Northwest Netty.
Yeah, it's looking pretty windy down there. Oh.
The quality VTS not directed out as yet. I've not spoken to them. They normally call them forts, but
Old Netley cam there blowing around.
Shield Hall VTS passing into you. That's all received. Thank you. Iona, at Northwest Netty out.
Oh, Nicholas Russell, do I make proper prints of other types of ships apart from cruise ships? I have done. I did have an online store selling prints, but that closed. Oh, well, the company selling them closed. So I don't have a. What I probably need to do is find a new store for selling prints. But I generally have. Yeah, I've got quite a few different. Some of the heritage vessels, like Shield Hall, for instance. I've got photos of Shield Hall and some of the tugs, some of the container ships coming to the port, maybe some of the ro-ros, I think. Yeah, variety of shipping, not just the cruise ships. Super yachts, rather partial to a super yacht, but I know they don't appeal to many people. Well, shipmate Sandy Bradbury says we are bored. Hopefully it won't be too rough. I shouldn't think so. The water itself doesn't look too bad. The wind's just picked up. It might get rougher later on, would be the only issue with that. It looks relatively reasonable here on Netley Cam.
Aurora, VTS, very good evening to you. That's all copy. Thank you. The AP on the line. Approaching Mavic, inward bound. CS Quality is just ordered her pilot inward bound. Should be taking a turn round the nav tower though. Kill some time and then feed them back inward bound.
Brilliant Disease heading off transatlantic to Boston. We've got a few more ships again tomorrow. I should be live tomorrow. So tomorrow we have 3 cruise ships on Sunday. That's the Avia, the Queen Anne, and the Europa, but she's from the Cowes Triangle. But yeah, we should be able to see her, I think, on this camera here.
The Wide Force. Again, I don't know whether you're aware, there's a yacht in by the 30 link, well, just down towards the M7, just bouncing around, it's moorings on it, and the buoy is central of the river as well, I think, with the anchor chains.
White Force VTS, that's all copied. Thank you. Many thanks.
Yeah, a couple of we're off up to do that job.
Yeah, that's all received, no problem at all. But, many thanks.
Yeah, Roger.
BTS West Ham, yeah, just going round to 105 for the highway away.
White Sun BTS, that's all copy, thank you.
Trying to find this yacht they're talking about, but itching cameras, really, every single camera seems to be struggling today with connectivity. I don't know, I think it's the weather.
BTS, red jet 7,
Jet 7 BTS, that's all copied, and the White Horse is passing the Empress
Yep, I can't get the camera to move anymore. Oh well. What was I saying? Yes, so yeah, 3 departures on Sunday. Monday, there's 4 departures. The Independence of the Seas, the Disney Fantasy, Mein Chief 3, and Emerald Princess. Well, Disney Fantasy will be at typical time of 4:45. Let's have a look at the weather for Monday. Let's see how that pans out. Looks like it won't be very nice. But maybe that'll change. Who knows, though. I'm not saying the weather forecasters are very good at working out the weather. Elizabeth Dolores says, do you know when the car park for Mayflower Park will close? I'm suspecting it may well close next week at some point. If it doesn't close Monday,
Yeah, that's all copy, thank you.
I would think it probably close towards the end of next week, because normally the park is closed for about 2 weeks before the boat show opens. Obviously, press day is the 18th of September, so 2 weeks. No, it might close end of next week, or somewhere next week would be my guess. I've not actually seen any information that says when it's closing. Yeah, so 4 ships on Monday. We hopefully will get to hear the Disney Fantasy. And then there's a couple of ships on the Tuesday. 3 ships on the Wednesday. 1 ship on the Thursday. None on the Friday. And then we've got 5 on next Saturday. Another Super Saturday. And then just 1 on the Sunday. Yeah, I'm just looking down at Netley. The weather is closing in again, unfortunately. Smoke coming at one of the ferries there. Hades has done some research. 1st of September, it says it closes. Yeah, I thought it might close Monday. That was my feeling. It was going to close Monday. It does close for quite a long time beforehand. Because not only have they got to start building up, they've also got to put up the fencing to close the park off, and then they put in all the metal grids for the people to drive on, and then they start erecting the massive, great big tent. In fact, it's not going to be very good weather for the poor chaps that are going to be building the boat show up. It's going to be pretty awful weather. I'd say I'd want to be outside trying to erect massive grates. Massive great marquees in this sort of weather. Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the... Okay, someone's saying there's a big wave. I can't... Unfortunately, my app doesn't give me waves. I'm pretty sure I had one that gave me wave height. This one does give me winds, though. Let's see what the winds are like, shall we? Gives you normally a good... Ooh, it's a bit windy. Oh, okay. Right, okay. Well, I think where the brilliance of the sea is going, I don't think it'll be too bad for her. So she's heading here from Port of Southampton, and she's going all the way up here to Glasgow. So it might be a bit windy she heads her here, but as soon as she goes up towards Iceland, and then over towards Greenland, and then back round to Canada, she's probably going to miss the majority of this bad weather here in the middle. And it looks like this is a new storm developing over here. Over near St. John's in Newfoundland. That's looking pretty windy. That's somewhere in the region of 40 knots. So, yeah, you don't want to be in that, that's for sure. And then again, that looks fairly windy as well. I think this is what's causing our bad weather towards the end of the summer, is this low pressure system. sorely tempted by one of these transatlantics. Maybe I'll book this one up for next year. 15 nights, £580 per person for an inside. I think I'd have to have an inside cabin, not a balcony. If I have a balcony, I get too distracted and don't edit the videos every day. Whereas inside cabin, I could easily edit away, make lots of lovely content. Oh yes, it's definitely wet over in the Isle of Wight, isn't it? Well, I'm struggling with any sort of levels of visibility. There is Iona, honestly, I kid you not. Looking back here in ports, yes, it's definitely coming in, isn't it? Having difficulty seeing anything in particular. Yeah, so I can imagine. So shipmate Jonathan Smith says there's some serious waves in the Atlantic. I think you're absolutely right, shipmate. I think the brilliance of the seas will be fortunate enough to be able to avoid them and head round them. And she's heading further north to Iceland and Greenland. Well, shipmate Spike says, good to know when the car park is closed. We go to the Hive Marina as an alternative. Ah, Hive Marina as an alternative. Yeah, that's a good alternative. Good choice there, shipmate. Good choice as an alternative for Mayflower Park. I think Mayflower Park, especially for the busy ship day, is probably the best place to go. But Hive Marina, very good substitute. No Mr. Whippy over there, but there are pubs and a few shops nearby. Yeah, there is a ship there somewhere, honestly. Well, we've still got a fair number of ships coming up. I don't know if there is another. There's one more Super Saturday next weekend. I'm just going to go through the list and have a quick look. Oh no, Saturday 20th, only 2 ships. Oh, it's getting slower and thinner. 4th of October, we've got 4 ships. Yeah, I think next Saturday might be the last Super Saturday. See one of the ferries there. Iona is not far away. Iona is here, just passing the Fawley refinery. And then she'll head round Cowshot Spit, round Brambles Bank, and the cricket match is September the 11th or September the 17th, depending on weather. Oh, so when that's September the 11th. Let's have a look at the weather for then. September the 11th. Let's have a look. Thursday, September 11th is not a bad weather day. So that's a possibility. They tend to pick 2 dates where the weather is going to be reasonable, because obviously you don't want to get too wet while you're playing cricket in the middle of the Solent. Can you see a funnel? I think I could see a funnel just. But yes, I shall endeavour to cover the cricket match, and then of course we've got the boat show. And hopefully I'll get cruise cam working again for tomorrow, but it's resistant. It's reticent to function properly at the moment. Well, shipmate Randy Barnes. Oh, it says I'm addicted to this channel. Well, thanks, shipmate. Glad you're enjoying things. Randy Barnes is our shipmate from San Diego. He'll certainly be experiencing much better than we are here in the soggy port of Southampton. Yeah, the weather is not very good. 20 knots of wind. Visibility 2 nautical miles, if you're lucky. We have Iona somewhere.
Dr. Rackford, yeah, affirmative. We have got the camera on it. We've been watching it, and we have got a vessel inward bound at this time to try and recover it, working free from a mooring. But many thanks for the update, sir. MSC Virtuosa VTS, good evening.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a boat that's broken free from its moorings.
Virtuosa VTS, that's all copy, thank you. Blue from the western tower down to the Navic. CS quality just coming up to the eastern tower again now. I've got no other resources inbound traffic from Leicester.
Fortunately, I can't get itching cam to work, so I can't see it. Yeah, I think there might be a couple of mooring buoys there that are adrift. You can see them right in the centre of our picture. There's red. I think that's what they're talking about. Looking out for Iona. Definitely there somewhere. Boy, there, Kex. Good album. Oh, there, Peter Johnston. A rainy weekend. It's going to be a rainy weekend. Looks like it's rainy for the next couple of weeks, unfortunately. Not good. It does really impact the quality of the ship's TV's broadcast. We haven't had, really, I think we've had a very excellent summer. So I should really be very thankful, shouldn't I?
CS Quality, Southampton VTS. Traffic information. The Aurora at Nab End Buoy proceeding outbound. MSC Virtuosa approaching the Warner Buoy. She's outbound. Will pass north and east of the Nab Tower. And the Sky Princess at the North Sturbridge Buoy, also outbound. Over.
Ship CS28 says, I need to get my transport sorted. Just right, that's a very good point, Shipman. I do need to get my transport sorted for Bramblebank cricket match. The Iron Horse is not a lot of good on water. That is true. It's not designed for the water, or apparently for green laning, or for going on fields, or for lots of things, really. A very unsuitable device is the Iron Horse. But yes, I think I have my transportation sorted out. be an early start. I think the cricket match normally kicks off at 6 in the morning. Let's just hope the weather is suitable. Right, Iona is getting close to the Cowshot Spit now. So she should be visible. Oh, I can just about make her out. I don't know if you can see it. You can just about see the shadow of the ship in the gloom there. I did live stream Bramblebank cricket match a couple of years ago. I'm going to have to check that I can get the live stream to work again. But yes, I should be live streaming. Shipmate Joy B says 6 in the morning. I think it's 6 in the morning. It might even be earlier. I think the bank starts appearing at sort of 5:30, 5:45 in the morning. You can just about see the bank appearing, and then everyone rushes over on their ribs because it's not, the bank isn't in the same place every year. Because it's a sandbank, it moves around. We know roughly where it is, but we don't actually know which bit's going to come across the water until the low tide ebbs away, and then it pops out, and then everyone rushes over. Then somebody goes up, sticks the stumps in, someone comes up the scoreboard, and there we go. We start the Bramblebank cricket match. In fact, it was last year, or the last time I went. Certainly, the weather was fantastic. The Stiglesaw's asking questions. How do they manage a set time when the tide times are always different? They know roughly what the tide time is at certain points, and the Bramblebank cricket match takes place at the lowest tide of the year, so that we can play on the match. And the lowest tides tend to be, if you look here on this bar graph here, as you can see, the lowest tide here tends to be early in the morning. And that's very typical due to the moon and the sun and such things. So that'll be when we get our lowest tide early in the morning, and that's why the cricket match is early in the morning. So if you can see this morning, the lowest tide was about 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, Shepherd Book says, can someone actually explain cricket? Yes, it's a bit like baseball, except for you don't run around a diamond, you just run between the two ends of the pitch, and you get 6 balls per over until you're out. There you go. I think that sums it up quite nicely. I think the weather's getting worse. I can't even see Iona anymore. He is just here on passing Cowshot Spit. You can see this is Iona, and the Bramblebank cricket match is on Bramblebank, that's the Bramble Pile. So the bank is somewhere here. You don't actually know quite where it is, but yes, basically here is where Bramblebank is. If you're a small vessel and the tide is high, you just go straight over it. But the rest of the time, large vessels certainly have to stay clear of it. Yes. Well, this should make Nicholas saw. He's been watching for a low spring tide, so we can walk to Beachy Head Lighthouse. Oh yes, that's right. They do it every year. Yes, I think the lowest it will be round about. If you check your time tide timetables, you'll find that there tends to be 2 really low tides in the year, and they tend to be around about September for one of them. I'm not sure about the exact day, depends on where you are, but you should be able to find some free tide timetables online. The free ones tend to only be a couple of days in advance. You have to pay for some if you want more advanced timetables. But also with the tide times, it also is affected by the atmospheric conditions. So as you can see here on the graph, it gives you the tide height, but also it's predicting that it's higher than predicted. So obviously these tide times are predicted in the past, and they don't take into account atmospheric conditions. And the current atmospheric conditions with the wind and the air pressure mean that the tide is actually 0.39 meters above the prediction. We can see the Cowshot Spit lighthouse there, but you still can't see Iona, which is a quandary. Must be there somewhere. Shipmate Swifty, who's over on the Isle of Wight driving the camera, yeah, he says he can't see it either. Fair enough. Shipmate Johnny B says, make sure you get it right. It's quite a walk. Yeah, I've got a fantastic photograph of the lighthouse, Beachy Head Lighthouse. Took it with a drone, but I've never walked out there. But yeah, I suspect it's quite a walk because it's right in the middle of the cliff, isn't it? So you'd have to walk along the beach a long way to get to it. Which begs the question, how did the lighthouse men get to it, I wonder? Did they get there by boat, or did they walk at low tide? Let's see if I can find a picture of it. So people don't know what we're talking about, we can show them. Yeah, so this is the Beachy Head Lighthouse. As you can see, there's some lovely cliffs there, and there's the lighthouse. But to get to it, you've got to walk. I think you get down.
PTS Sea Green finished at 49, going to 106.
You get to it from, I think it's down from behind us here, and you walk all the way on the beach to it. Well, shipmate Johnny B says, yes, you can also walk out to the 4th Solent Fort St Helens. That's right. They do that every year, don't they? They walk out to St Helens Fort. It's an unofficial thing because the authorities don't approve of it, just in case it's conditions aren't good.
Sea Green finished at 49 berth, going to 106 berth.
Shipmate Nicholas saw there's mostly boat refills. That makes sense. Boat release, rather. Yeah, I can imagine boat reliefs because you can get there by boat more easily than you can by walking. Shipmate Johnny P, yeah, says you get to it by tender. Yeah, that would have been my thought. Still fun to walk out to it, though. And all automatic. I believe all lighthouses in the UK are automatic. There was one up in the Outer Hebrides, somewhere up in Scotland, which I think was the last manned lighthouse, and that wasn't that long ago. I think it was like 5-10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. I think that was the last manned lighthouse in the UK. Who'd want to be working on a lighthouse? That really seems like a very lonely, solitary job. I hear it was very popular with writers. Well, I think the weather is definitely closing in between the Isle of Wight and here in port. Shipmate 7 Books, as always, every now and again he spots some South Asians playing cricket. I have no idea what's going on, and he loves baseball. Well, it's a good game. If you like baseball, I think you might be intrigued. The rules aren't that complicated. I mean, they do get very complicated, but the basic rules are fairly easy to understand. Iona's off to the fields. Unfortunately, I think she's going to be experiencing bad weather for most of her trip. I don't necessarily know it's going to be particularly windy or anything. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what the winds are like over in the fields. No, they're pretty gentle. So, over in the fields, the very gentle winds. These are some of the lowest wind speeds around here, especially around here. So yeah, I have a very gentle cruise. It might just be a bit wet. Might be a bit wet. And maybe not so warm. Yes, it's looking very, very wet here. In fact, I think probably this camera here will probably be able to see the Bramble cricket match, because you can see the, I'm pretty sure it can see the Bramble boy. Oh, excellent spanner. Hades has been busy looking. Last manned Scottish lighthouse was 1998. Yeah, I thought it was quite some time ago. I couldn't remember how long ago. I do remember reading about it. Well, Gary C says, "Oh, Scarlet Lady departing from Portsmouth." No, I think we're going to struggle to see that, shipmate.
PTS, Red Osprey, shortly away from Royal Bid Camp.
Yeah, the conditions aren't good for long-distance ship spotting today. I think we'll have to give that one a miss. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Portsmouth and see. Yeah, there she is.
Understood, thank you.
Yeah, visibility is not good from Portsmouth, unfortunately. To Portsmouth, I should say. North Foreland Lighthouse in Kent. This is from my ex-spanner Hades. It says was the last manned lighthouse in the UK, 26 November 1998. Yeah, they all went automatic after that. The Scarlet Lady in Portsmouth. She's just moved away from her dock there. Maybe it's not as windy in Portsmouth. Oh, no, looks like she's got one tug. Yeah, the VS Englishman, possibly on her bow there. Yeah, it looks like the visibility is clearing up a bit now. Getting a better view. Well, shipmates, you've enjoyed that one. We shall be back tomorrow. I don't think the weather's going to be much better tomorrow, unfortunately. And back on Monday as well. If you haven't subscribed, please do think about subscribing. And all those who have subscribed, many thanks. And to the members of my channel, PayPal donors and Patreons, many, many thanks indeed. And of course, most of all, many thanks to the Blue Spanner crew who look after the cameras and keep them pointing in the right direction and supply me with very useful information about lighthouses. And shipmates. Till next time.
Station boarding, Southampton VTS.